coming up here for Monday Night Football live on RBC Sports. As the major matchup on Monday Night Football will be Georgehigton City as they take on against Goalfield. Hello everybody and welcome here to Monday Night Football, and I am Gary Walker and I'm here to present to you this major matchup here for this evening. A big game this is between Goalfield and also Georgehigton City. Both teams are obviously hunting for a place for European football by the end of the season, and both two teams play here right now against each other. And let's get to the coverage at the Airlines Arena between Georgehigton City and against Goalfield Bhoys United. Let's get to the match. And let's get straight right now to the coverage here between Georgehigton City and also Goalfield Bhoys United at the Airlines Arena. There's a lot to play for in this matchup, a lot to fight for in terms of the coverage here in this game, as the referee obviously heads down with the players before kick-off, and we'll see what happens this matchup out of these two sides, who will come up on top and who'll become the winner also in this game. So we do have it here between these two sides. We have Goalfield and Georgehigton City up for grabs, the fight here between these two sides. So the lineup we have here, we've got Maradona with Firmino and Hersey and Pedro, with the Golan, Barella, with Alaba, Smallford, Cellini and Ricardo Carvalho, and also Mark ter Stegen. But as of the Goalfield, we do have as goalkeeper will be Jan Oblak, Thiago Silva, Varane, and Tierney and Shea. And now we move on to the game. So here we go. We've got the coverage here between Georgehigton City and also Goalfield up for grabs for this fight here, for this matchup for this evening. For Monday Night Football, Varane won the ball back. Here's now to Pogba. Now to Thiago Silva. Pass there, nice there to Jadon Sancho. Sancho now to Hazard. Great pass there to Tino Werner there. Could be a chance for him to shoot, could be good defender there from Cellini right there. Good defending from him. Brilliant. Now pass there now to, looks like from Diego Maradona now. Pass there all the way there to, could be the good defending maybe, or could have been, but now here's to Paul Pogba and now Varane. Pass there back down to Thiago Silva. Pings the ball all the way now to a header there from Sancho. And now lost control slightly there. Here's a pass there now to, looks like from back to the goalkeeper, clearance away. Now header there slightly there now to, looks like back to Cellini right here now for Georgehigton City. Pass the ball here nicely there to David Smallford. And now the Golan down the ball. Now to Diego Maradona. Now Barella. Okay, throwing the ball there but couldn't. Now here's Hazard. Now is Ricardo Carvalho. And now Barella. And now here's Diego Maradona. Pass there all the way here now. Could be for Pedro. And that's going to be now, looks like there, a goal kick just being given. And Oblak. Silva. And now here's Silva. Pass it back to Thiago Silva here again. Now here's Pogba. Now De Bruyne. And now here's to Cellini. And now here's to Roberto Firmino. Good defender now. Here's Thiago Silva now. Here's to Pogba. Now is Hazard. Now to Tino Werner now the ball. Now here's to Barella. Now to Hazard. Good pass there now to Werner now. Good defending there. Cover there. Clearance away there from ter Stegen. Now to Roberto Firmino. Now to, looks like from Maradona right here. Okay, that's going to be, looks like here a free kick has been given. So a free kick has been given, by the way. As looks like there's a foul from Sebastian Shea, committed right there to Diego Maradona right there for a free kick. It looks like Goalfield won the free kick due to the fact that I think Maradona had more of the impact comparison to Shea right there. So free kick for Goalfield. Almost half time, by the way. Here's Sancho. Cover. Yeah, could be. Clearance away. Now it's Hazard. Now Roy Keane. Now back down to Barella. And that's going to be that for the end of the first half. As it ends here at the first half with Georgehigton City 0. Goalfield Bhoys United 0 at half time. And we are back here for Monday Night Football between Goalfield and also Georgehigton City in the second half. Now Pogba. Now here's Roberto Firmino now. Good pass there all the way there to Pedro. Now Pedro's through. Could be a chance. Good defending now from Silva. Now Pogba. And now here's De Bruyne. Now Hazard. And now here's to Nagolan. Now Barella. Now here's Hersey. And now we've got ourselves, looks like a free kick's being given. Tierney right there, looks like he just took him out. Free kick's been given for City, by the way. So Kieran Tierney took out Thomas Hersey out. So there's a free kick given for Georgehigton City in the match, by the way. Let's see what happens from here. Free kick taken here into the box. Now from Diego Maradona into the box. Header could be bouncing, could be a chance. All save up to stay. Jan Oblak, sorry, I meant. Yeah, good save there for Jan Oblak, the goalkeeper. But it could have got in, it could have been a good danger. It was very dangerous for Goalfield to concede right there, but good save. Trying to clear that away there, the defender, but it blocks off the foot of Firmino, so it was going to be, looks like it might be out for a goal kick. As it last touched, it looks like the Georgehigton City's player Roberto Firmino, and it is a goal kick. Yeah, that could have been a chance to make it 1-0 though for City, though it could have been. But now here's to David Alaba. Now here's Nagolan. Now here's to Barella now the ball. Nice cross ball towards the lady there to Thomas Hersey. Here's Pogba. Now De Bruyne. We've got another, let's say, couple of minutes left of the game to go. Chance for Hazard now. Save right there for the goalkeeper. Now Ricardo Carvalho. And now here's to Hazard. Shot, save. There's a massive chance there for a goal potentially. But save right there for the goalie. Cross into the box here now for De Bruyne. Could be. And now here's to Roberto Firmino. And now all the way there now, looks like a free kick. And now a free kick is being given here, looks like for Georgehigton City in the match. It looks like there that Ziyech will come on the field and Hersey will come off the field here as a substitute. And now Ter Stegen will take the free kick here. Head up. Now Werner. Hazard. And now Werner right now again. And now Smallford. And now here's Christian Pulisic. And now he's again to Pogba. Now it's Hazard. Could be a chance for a shot. That could have been a chance there, it could have been. But it's going to be, looks like there, a corner in this match, by the way. Massive chance there for a shot, but blocked from Georgehigton City right there. So let's see what happens from here now, from a corner. And now it looks like here, corner here for De Bruyne. Now Sebastian Shea. Shot, and it could be a chance to shoot there, but that's gone wide. Massive chance it was though for a goal. But it was actually almost went in though for Goalfield. Or ish, but that's going to be out for a goal kick by the way. And now all the way boots the ball away. Header. And now all the way there to Roberto Firmino. Now Hakim Ziyech. And now Kieran Tierney. And now here's Werner. Hazard. And that is that for full time. And no goal scored at the end of the game, as it ends here as Georgehigton City 0, Goalfield Bhoys 0 at full time. And the full time whistle blew here at the end of the game as it ended Georgehigton City 0, Goalfield Bhoys 0, and the end of the matchup here for this evening. And Jimmy, no goals between the two sides. What was your final thoughts about this game between these two teams? I thought both teams took it down the wire, and both teams were very competitive in the game, and both teams could not find a way to put the ball past the goalkeepers here, as Yellow Black and ter Stegen made some real brilliant saves to stop Goalfield's attack and Georgehigton City's attack to get any goals during this matchup. And I've got to say, well played to Old Black, and also well played to ter Stegen as well, to keep the ball away from their danger zone. And I've got to say that the attackers did try and shoot, try and score, try and be as composed as possible, but both teams in the game did really create some, let's say, 50-50 out of each other to make the matchup very even between the two sides. So I think this matchup was very, right down the middle, I think, and both teams deserve a point after the result. Okay, thank you very much there, Jimmy, and now we move on now to the other highlights of other coverages across the Premier League here on Monday Night Football before we wrap up the show here tonight on RBC Sports. A brilliant start here for Weyenoord in the matchup here as AFC Richmond lost control of the ball as Vidic won the ball back for Weyenoord as Iniesta had a great pass all the way to Robert Lewandowski to finish that ball right past the goalkeeper to put Weyenoord in the lead by 1-0 in the match at Goalfield. Another goal scored for Wales in the matchup as a real counter-attack here for Robert Lewandowski to pass the ball there to Golstinho. He took it all upon himself, back to Robert Lewandowski, shoots in the top corner, and Wales have scored another goal to make it 2-0 against AFC Richmond. What a goal, 2 goals scored for Robert Lewandowski, and it's now 2-0 to the Weyenoord in the match. And realistically now, Weyenoord are hunting for the 3 points. A big win for Weyenoord and 2 amazing goals from Robert Lewandowski ends the game by 2-0 at Goalfield here for this evening. And a nice counter-attack here from Scott Hodgson, took it all upon himself, 1v1 to the goalkeeper to put the ball right in that bottom corner to score against Los Angeles FC, as Scott Hodgson makes it 1-0 against Los Angeles in the matchup. Nice counter-press, nice counter-attack, as he really was composed, he was there, as he was 1v1 to the goalkeeper, and he put that ball right past him there to make it 1-0 to Newport Dragons. And the full-time score here at the end of the matchup ends here as Newport Dragons won the game by 1-0, all thanks to Scott Hodgson. A real perfect pass from Robert Cliff to pass the ball there to Erling Haaland as he took it all upon himself, and he struck that ball in the first 2 minutes in the game. In the first minutes, Parantos got the breakthrough and scored against goalkeeper Skettenberg, and Parantos are 1-0 up at the Allianz Arena here for this evening. A massive error right there, looks like, from the Tongan right there. Gave away the ball there. Devon Williams took it all upon himself. 1v1 to the goalkeeper. And he struck that ball right into that top corner there to make it 2-0 against Red Bull Toledo. As the defenders right there, unfortunately, could not obviously clear the ball away quick as possible. And unfortunately right there, Parantos extend the lead to make it 2-0 here at the Allianz Arena here in Westphalia. Great counter-attack, I've got to say. Bad mistake right there for the defenders. And Williams right there took it all upon himself to put the ball past the keeper. And that's a goal here in the game for Parantos. Cross into the box for Ronaldinho. Header right there from Devon Williams in the second half. As what a header right there for Williams. Right in the top corner. And that is his second goal in the matchup for Parantos in the match. What a cross, what an unbelievable cross, I've got to say, into the head of Devon Williams to put that into the back of the net. And now Red Bull Toledo are 3 goals behind in the game. And the full-time whistle blew at the end of the matchup here at the Allianz Arena, as Parantos scored 3 goals and gifted 3 points at the game as it ends 3-0 to Parantos. And then Charlton Saturday almost gave away a silly penalty from another free kick occurred as a foul right there, looks like from Carlos Tevez, it seems, failed by one of the Charlton players, and he's been fouled right outside of the box. And looks like referee right there is now given another free kick here for Grasshoppers in the match, as the battle of the relegation zone is really alive between these two sides. So another free kick was taken for Grasshoppers United, as an absolute unbelievable free kick, as that ball went right into the top corner, into the back of the net. And what a goal right there from Joel Kensley right there to put the ball past the Charlton, the goalkeeper right there, and it was absolutely unbelievable. Andre Canas could not save that free kick, because that free kick right there was absolutely electrifying, and that's his first ever goal for Joel Kensley throughout this whole season as a Grasshoppers player, and a wonderful free kick. As now Grasshoppers, that is a massive goal right there to give them hopes to keep themselves away from the relegation drop. What a free kick. And Grasshoppers' relegation fight is alive, of course, and Zico, the manager, will be very, very happy about this, because Grasshoppers in the second half, meanwhile, scored another goal to extend the lead, and that's a real good goal there in the matchup by Chirio Immobile to extend the lead here for Grasshoppers, and an unbelievable strike right into past the goalkeeper Andre Canas, and now it is 2-0 to Grasshoppers in the game. And that means that the whistle blew at full time and 2 goals was scored for Grasshoppers as it ends here at Valley Road as Charlton 0, Grasshoppers 2 at full time. A nice counter-attack here for Inter Taloga, as looks like here Anton Griezmann 1v1 to the keeper to put the ball past the keeper there of Hasselfield Terrace against Lehmann, as now it's 1-0 in the game. What a counter-attack, what a perfect pass to the Griezmann, and all he had to do is finish that ball, place that ball past against Lehmann in that bottom corner, and what a pass right there for Lisandro Martinez to assist Griezmann the first goal in the game. And the full-time whistle officially blew here at the Santo Park Stadium as it ends Inter Taloga 1, Hasselfield Terrace 0 at full time in the game. And a real perfect start for the Georgehigton Red Devils as Kylian Mbappe got himself a goal against goalkeeper Martin Dubravka to make it 1-0 in the game. What a start within the first 5 minutes in the matchup, as the Red Devils are 1-0 in the match. Great pass, I've got to say, all the way there to Mbappe. 1-2 pass, and he got the finish out of that, and it's 1-0. And now Mbappe pushing through, and he put the ball again right past Dubravka within the first 13 minutes in the game, as the greatest player of Mbappe's talent has scored another goal to make it 2-0 in the first half of the game. What a great start. Iceberg Forest, his defence seemed very, very poor they've been so far, and Wayne Rooney right there, and great assist from him to pass there to Mbappe. And then in the second half, the Red Devils carried on dominating, and Mbappe got himself a hat-trick. 3-0 to the Georgehigton Red Devils, and what a finish from him, and that's a real star proper player right there of his quality to put that ball past the goalkeeper. And now the Red Devils are 3 goals up in the game, in the matchup at Old Factory Road. And then another goal was scored in the matchup for the Red Devils again, as Rooney right there passed the ball to Mbappe to score another goal. 4 goals from Kylian Mbappe in one single matchup, as looks like Iceberg Forest seem like the team are going very quiet in this matchup, very poor, not really delivering much in the game. And it looks like here in the matchup, the match ends here at full time at Old Factory Road, as the Georgehigton Red Devils 4, Iceberg Forest 0 at the end of the matchup here for this evening. A real perfect counter-attack here from Sadio Mane. Pass the ball there to Royce, then all the way to Mo Salah. Salah 1v1, tries to shoot, but he couldn't, and then he went to the feet there of Marco Royce in the 88th minute to get that last minute goal before the end of the game, because this matchup was 0-0 throughout the whole majority of the match, as struggling side hashtag were hoping for a draw in that match, but unfortunately that was not the case, as Chesco Blue Tigers sneakily got the win here at the hashtag arena, as he won the matchup by 1-0 at the hashtag arena here for this evening here for tonight. And a nice counter-attack here from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Nice pass to Coutinho. Then Coutinho shoots, save, and then rebound back to Angel Di Maria's feet to put the ball past the goalkeeper, Bill Hilton, in the 28th minute of the match. And now Addis lead the game by 1-0 in the match, as Bill Hilton tried to clear the ball away from danger, but unfortunately wasn't to be, as it looks like now that Sporting Sand Lake unfortunately are now behind by 1-0 so far in the matchup for tonight. And then Addis Gunners carried on the play and carried on the football in the second half. They scored another goal as Coutinho passed there to Suarez. Suarez to Aubameyang, shoots right into that top corner, into the back of the net. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored a real perfect goal to extend Addis the lead in the game by 2-0 in the matchup here. I've got to say, real perfect run and a real perfect finish, I've got to say, from Aubameyang to put the ball into the back of the net, as the match ended here at full time between Addis and Sporting Sand Lake, as Addis Gunners won the match by 2-0. And a great counter-attack here for South Coast Rangers in the matchup, as David Trezeguet shoots and he puts that ball right into that bottom corner to score the opener goal in the matchup, as it looks like here David Trezeguet makes it 1-0 to South Coast Rangers in the matchup. And what a perfect hit and what a perfect finish, as now South Coast are 1 goal up in the game so far. And the full-time score is South Coast 1, Padres Impact 0. And the official results of match day 32 of the Premier League are as Georgehigton City 0, Goalfield 0, Waynord 1, AFC Richmond 0, Los Andrades 0, Newport Dragons 1, Parantos 3, RB Tomato 0, Charlton Saturday 0, Grasshoppers 2, Inter Taloga 1, Hasselfield Terriers 0, the Red Devils of Georgehigton 4, Iceberg Forest 0, Hashtag United 0, Cheska Blue Tigers 1, Sporting Sun Lake 0, Adders Gunners 2, and South Coast Rangers 1, Padres Impact 0. And the official table of the Premier League as it all stands, as the Georgehigton Red Devils are top of the league with 75 points, and Padres are currently second with 64 points, while Parantos in third position, and fourth place we have is Adders, while 5th is Warenord, 6th is Chestergo, 7th is Intertaloga. But in the bottom end of the table, Sporting Sand Lake have now dropped into the relegation zone after the Grasshoppers defeated Charlford in their game by 2-0, and that lifts them up above everybody else away from the relegation zone. And that will mean that Padres Impact will go up against the Georgehigton Red Devils, as they're currently now at least 11 points behind from the Red Devils in the Premier League. This game next Saturday is very important between Padres and the Red Devils, as the title race could really decide if the Red Devils end up defeating Padres Impact from next weekend's game. And that will be live, my friends, on RBC Sports between Padres and the Georgehigton Red Devils. But that's all we have time for here right now on Monday Night Football. It wasn't really much to really talk about in terms of the games here. A 0-0 game between Georgehigton City and also against their opponents Goalfield. No goals scored in that match. And it all comes down to an end of the show here on RBC on Monday Night Football. But until for Saturday between Padres and the Georgehigton Red Devils, that major game, the must-win game for Padres Impact if they can try and defeat the Red Devils to keep the title race alive. But until then, for myself here today, Gary Walker, and my fellow pundit Jimmy Hansberg, have a very good night everyone, and we'll see you on the weekend.